Hi folks, welcome to the Mountain Tough in-season maintenance program. Congratulations, I'm Ara Megadichin. For those who don't know, but most of you know me by now, you've done our other programs. I'm excited about this program, welcome to it. This program is quite a bit different than the other programs. Several reasons for that, so I want to take a couple seconds and kind of explain the layout of this one, because you're going to have some options and we're going to run this one differently. You've been training all year long for those who've been doing all the other programs. If you're familiar with our programs, then you know that every day we have a workout for you 5 days a week, in some cases 6 days a week for some of the 45-70, and you've got them every day and it doesn't change. We just ramp up the intensity as we go, as we close to the season. But in season, we're going to change it up a little bit, because this is what you've been training for. And you need to prioritize not only your family and your work, but now you've got to prioritize your performance in the mountains. This is what you've been preparing for. So now we've got to move your workouts a little differently. We're not deprioritizing them, but we're changing the functionality of them. We're focused now on keeping you in shape and holding on to your conditioning so you can continue to perform not just at the beginning of the season, but all the way through the season for those of you who have a longer season, and be ready to pick up the pace again when you get done. So the program is going to be different. Everybody during this point of time is on a different schedule. Some of you folks are hunting on the weekends. Some of you guys folks may hunt maybe once a month. There are some of you that are out there almost every week hitting the mountains. And so what we want to do is create a program that's adaptable enough to your current schedule, knowing that hunting is the focus, the workout is a supplement to that, but make sure you get the workouts in that you need to not only prepare you for the week you've got, but for the life you have post-hunting here in a couple months. So here's how this is going to break out. What we have learned over the course of several years, and lots of years working with guys, and especially over the last several months, a lot of you folks, as you go into the mountains, you're going to lose strength and you're going to lose some of your cardiovascular ability. Those are the two areas you suffer in the most when you come out of hunting season. You're beat up, but usually you're thinner, weaker, you've burned a lot of fat in the mountains, and you have thinned out, but you've lost a lot of your strength. You've lost not so much of your endurance, but your cardiovascular ability is not quite where it was before either. So we're going to focus in on those two things primarily during this program. We're going to keep your strength up as strong as we can, because you need that strength in the mountains. And we're going to keep your cardiovascular going, because you need that in the mountains to be able to go for a longer duration, especially as the season lines up and up and up and up. The weather gets harsher, the climate gets more difficult, the terrain gets more difficult. Your conditioning needs to keep going up. We can't let it decline as you go through season. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to have 5 days workouts a week, just like you did before. But this program on day one, we're opening the whole week for you, because you're going to adapt the program for that week based on what your week looks like. So here's how it works. We still want you doing 5 days a week, but there are 3 days that are more critical than the others, 2 of which are the primary days that you got to find a way to get done. So you're going to have 2 strength days every week. You've got to find a way to get these in. If you don't have 2 good days to work out during the week, you can combine these days into one, but the 2 strength days got to come. You got to get those figured out. That's day 1 and day 3 of the week. That's your priority. If you have another day in there, you get the hit day done. That's the day 2 of the week. You get that done. Day 4 is always going to be a decompressed day. It's going to be the flush day. Those of you who do the 45-70 know this day. It's a great pre-hunting day workout. We want you to have this workout, the flush day, day 4, every time before you go hunting the day prior. That's your workout for that day. Whatever day that is, that's your flush day. And then for everybody, every week of the season, we want you in boots and gear. So if you're not hunting that weekend or that week, then you're doing day 5, you're getting a rucksack on and you're road marching 10 miles. We want you in the boots, we want your feet toughened up, we want your back toughened up, we want everything just like it will be. So if you're not hunting that week, you're on the road. If you're or hiking. If you're hunting, you don't need to do day 5, because you're going to put that mileage on in the mountains. So that's how the week's going to break out. You're going to open the whole week on day 1. You're going to have access to the whole thing. You got to get day 1 and day 3 done somehow. You figure out to combine them or separate them out. Day 2 is your next priority. Day 4 is your day before hunting. Day 5 is on the weeks you don't go hunting. Every week will be that way. We'll ramp the strength and the intensity up as you go. You stay focused on those days. All right, Mountain Toughers, we're ready to go to day 1.